And I got the train to go and meet Mysta before we went to the airport, and that was fine. I was wide awake, and then we went to the pub while we waited for our gate to open.
He had like 4 pints, right? Before we got our business class tickets. He was talking about how he's never experienced business class, and I was like, oh, I actually experienced business class recently.
So we went to all of these lounges in the airport because we got business class, and so we were just like hanging out.
And he had like another 2 or 3 pints in the business class lounge. Like, bro, what the fuck? Wait, I think maybe I had 1 more drink as well. Okay, you know what? I'm a hypocrite. Yeah, I had a cocktail.
feeling like we were living large, feeling like we were the biggest boys in town.
Regardless, he drank more than me.
But he got very drunk. I was tipsy, even though I drank more than him. But you know, don't tell him I said that.
I was at least 10 beers throughout the. Yes. We sat down, and then they were offering drinks, and they were like, orange juice or champagne? And you were like, oh, champagne, I'll take that. You fucking took the champagne and drank it immediately. It's like, bro. He drank his fucking champagne. I sat down. He was like on the verge of tears, like actually on the verge of tears.
And it's the way I was so emotional with everything they were giving us in business class. Like, yes, here is an aperitif. Here is your starter for the evening. Here is your blanket. Here is your giant 4K monitor. Here is everything. Here is your face mask. Here is your skin cream. Here is your toothpaste and toothbrush. And I was like,
he was so happy. It was so cute, man.
They gave me a blankie and a sheet to use on the business class seat.
He was like, oh my god, this is so amazing, like this and this and this, and like, oh, you can lean the seat back.
Because with the business class seat, all you had to do was press a button. It goes like...
And then we took off. So we started going into the air. And I'm not kidding. This is probably the best thing that happened, okay? 3 minutes. 3 whole minutes into the air of us flying. And Vox completely shut down. Like, completely. Like, as if he had a blue screen of death.
I love the way he describes it. He said I blue screened, which is actually true.
It's like 2 or 3 minutes before the seatbelt sign finally goes dung, and then you can like take the seatbelt off. It literally just went off. I looked to my right where he was sitting next to me, and he was like leaning forwards, AFK. His brain was AFK, leaning forwards with his eyes closed, like actually dead.
I was like in the Shinji pose, but like kind of sat up. I was like sat up and just hunched a little bit.
And the flight attendant came over, like, yo, is this guy okay? And then she was like, sir, and like pushed his shoulder, and he wasn't moving. He was just sitting there like a golem with his eyes closed, like looking down.
Like apparently the flight attendant was like poking me and was like, sir. And I was like, I wasn't saying anything. I was dead.
And he just wasn't moving. And then I was like, and then I nudged him. I was like, yo, Vox, yo. And then he didn't respond too, and I was like, oh, he's fine. I think he's fine. Don't worry about it. And she looked so worried, like the flight attendant. She looked so fucking worried. And I was like, no. I'm pretty sure he's fine. He just hasn't slept much. And she was like, oh, okay. And then she like put a blanket on him and then made the seat into a bed. And I was like, all right. And then I don't know how long Vox slept for, but it must have been quite a lot of hours, right? It was a lot of hours. And then he woke up.
And I came to my senses slowly and quietly alone. Maybe 8 hours into the flight. Like, I was just... Suddenly, a blanket was over me. And I was reclined slightly, and my seatbelt had been... That was the big thing, is that my seatbelt had been removed. My seatbelt had been removed for me, and so I was like, someone's been fiddling with me.
And he didn't even know how he got there. Like, he didn't know how he fell asleep. He just woke... He was telling me, like, he woke up with a blanket and was laying down. He was like, what the hell? Like, he didn't even know. Like, bro...